Hi, this is Ramona here. I just want to tell you that I'm so flattered at having been asked to provide this little, message in honor of Keith and Mary Helen's 25th anniversary. I really am tickled. And I'm going to tell you a story about how I first met Keith and heard about his wife, Mary Helen. Well, you see, I used to be married, but that's another story. But I still have two children. They're not children anymore, but they're my children, you know what I mean? They've grown up. But when they were little ones, you know, they went to this school, Enchanted Lake Elementary School in Kailua, Hawaii. Well, you know, and it was the cutest little school. Isn't that a lovely name, Enchanted Lake? Well, I don't want to make this story too long, so let me get to the point. I was going to watch their May Day celebration. For those of you that aren't from Hawaii, May Day is a very big deal in Hawaii. And Ramona here, well, I wasn't Ramona then, but Ramona now. Ramona here went down to see the May Day celebration. All the kids do their little hula dances, etc. And my kids were doing the same. And while I was in the crowd, I noticed there was this very macho-looking man with a beard, sort of like mine, you know. But he was this big macho guy, and he had this enormous, I mean absolutely enormous camera. Or I thought it was a camera, but it didn't really look like a camera, but it was pointed in the direction of the show. But he had it on his shoulder, and I thought, what is that thing he's got there? Looks very professional. Even I don't know. But I waited, you know, out of respect for the show. I waited till it was all over, and then I walked over to him and summoning up my courage. I asked him, I noticed, I said, you've got this big thing on your shoulder. What's that for? What exactly is that? He said, well, that's my camera. I said, but it doesn't really look like a camera. He said, oh, that's because it has the underwater housing on it. Now, he didn't look schizophrenic, and it wasn't even raining. And he must have seen the puzzlement on my face, because he quickly explained that he was a professional cameraman, and he had just gotten back from an underwater shoot. And when he got home and pulled into the driveway, he was getting all ready to clean up the salt from his equipment and his batteries and such. You know, all that fancy stuff. But his wife, Mary Helen, she was jumping up and down in the driveway with such excitement. She was about to fly away. She was so excited. No, don't take anything out of your truck. Just go right back down. I think it was a van he had, a white van. I remember the liner was falling down, something awful before they got rid of it. Anyway, just go right down to the school because the kids, they're in the May Day show. You have to catch it, you have to catch it. So what was he going to do? He knew he had enough juice left in his battery, I guess, because he came down and bingo bango right there, and he was videotaping the thing, and that's why he had the underwater housing on. Well, so now, that's how I met Keith Turner, and I've heard about Mary Helen, and they're married 25 years now, and that's quite an accomplishment. I almost made it that far, but, you know, things being what they are these days and all, I think it's quite an accomplishment. But really, I think the true story is nobody else could abide by either one of them. You know, they're so mouthy and all, but they're so good at covering up. They have these, like, soft way of speaking to each other. Now Mary, now Keith, and they just settle everything all the time. I think they're a lesson to all of us, how they carry on so well with their marriage and raise such fine children. And I just want to send kisses to both of them. I love them both so much. They're my very best friends, and I hope I get to see them soon. Well, ta-da, toodaloo. I don't want to take up the whole show. Bye-bye now. I said, bye-bye. Shut this thing off. Won't it go off? Well, I'm going to have to turn it around or something. It won't go off.